Listen to me for a second. If you're in your 20s right now, put your phone down. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The guy who's waiting for motivation to magically appear. The girl who's convinced everyone else has already figured life out. The student who's pretending everything is fine. The graduate who's completely lost. The employee who's checking the clock every 10 minutes. The entrepreneur who's made $0 but keeps posting CEO mindset quotes. Because I'm about to tell you something that nobody wants to hear. Your 20s are not supposed to be comfortable. They're not supposed to be perfect. They're not supposed to look like those stupid social media videos where some 23-year-old wakes up in a penthouse, drinks a protein shake, drives a sports car, closes $1 million deal before lunch, and somehow still has time to meditate while watching the sunset in Bali. That's not real life. And the sooner you understand that, the faster you'll stop comparing your behind-the-scenes footage to somebody else's highlight reel. Here's the hard truth. Most people in their 20s are completely confused, completely broke, completely stressed, and completely terrified. They just hide it better than you do. A recent survey found that 65% of young adults believe their generation faces tougher economic conditions than previous generations. More than half believe they need to take bigger risks just to achieve their financial goals. Yet 56% still believe their financial situation will improve. Think about that for a second. People are struggling, but they're still hopeful. That's the battle of your 20s. Reality punches you in the face, but your ambition refuses to die. And that's exactly why your 20s are so brutal. You're old enough to have responsibilities, but you're still young enough to have absolutely no clue what you're doing. Nobody warned you about this. When you're a kid, you think turning 20 means you finally become an adult. You think you'll have a great job, a great relationship, a great body, a nice apartment, money in your bank account, and a 5-year plan. Then reality shows up. And reality doesn't knock politely. Reality kicks the damn door down. Suddenly, your friends start moving in different directions. One friend gets married. Another starts a business. Another gets a 6-figure job. Another moves to another country. And you're sitting in your room at 2 a.m. eating leftover pizza, wondering if your entire life is falling apart. Let me tell you a secret. Nobody knows what they're doing. Seriously, nobody. That guy posting inspirational quotes every day? He's confused. That friend who acts like they have everything under control? Confused. That influencer who keeps talking about success? Probably confused. We're all just trying to figure things out. But here's where most people make a huge mistake. They think confusion means they're failing. No, confusion means you're growing. You know what's actually dangerous? Comfort. Comfort destroys people. Comfort convinces you that tomorrow is guaranteed. Comfort tells you to start next week. Comfort says one more hour of scrolling won't hurt. Comfort whispers, relax, you're still young. And then suddenly, you're 30. Then 35. Then 40. And you're still waiting. You know what's crazy? Many people spend more time choosing a Netflix series than choosing a career path. That's insane. You'll spend 2 hours researching which phone to buy. But you won't spend 30 minutes researching how to invest money. You'll spend 3 hours arguing online with strangers. But you won't spend 1 hour learning a valuable skill. Think about how ridiculous that is. Your 20s are your greatest advantage. Not because you're young, because you're allowed to fail. This is your practice round. This is the decade where you're supposed to make mistakes. Apply for the job. Start the business. Approach the person you like. Learn the skill. Move to a different city. Take calculated risks. Because failure in your 20s is education. Failure in your 50s becomes much more expensive. Another hard truth? Your degree doesn't guarantee success. And that hurts some people's feelings. But it's true. The world doesn't pay you for effort. It pays you for value. Nobody cares that you stayed up all night studying if you can't solve problems. Nobody cares that you have potential if you never use it. Potential means absolutely nothing. I know people with average intelligence making millions. And I know brilliant people who can't pay their bills. Why? Execution. The world rewards execution, not excuses. Here's another painful truth. Your friends can either accelerate your growth or completely destroy your future. Look around. Who are you spending your time with? People who complain? People who gossip? People who make fun of ambition, people who spend every weekend doing exactly the same thing, be careful, because you slowly become the people around you. And before somebody says that's not true, let me ask you a question. If 5 of your closest friends are overweight, inactive, and undisciplined, what are the chances that you'll become a fitness fanatic? Exactly. Environment matters. Another brutal reality? Nobody is coming to save you. Read that again. Nobody. Not your parents. Not your friends. Not your boyfriend. Not your girlfriend. Not the government. Not some motivational speaker on YouTube. You are your rescue plan. And that's terrifying. But it's also empowering. Because if nobody's coming to save you, then you stop waiting. You start moving. You stop complaining. You start building. And let's talk about money. Because nobody wants to talk about money until they don't have any. A recent study found that 42% of young adults live paycheck to paycheck. Even more shocking? Nearly 1/3 of six-figure earners still struggle to manage expenses. Do you know what that means? Making more money won't automatically solve your problems. If you can't manage $1,000, you probably won't manage $100,000. Money doesn't fix bad habits. It amplifies them. And here's another truth nobody likes. Stop trying to look rich. Seriously, stop it. The rented luxury, the expensive clothes, the newest phone, the lifestyle you're financing with debt. Who are you trying to impress? People who don't even care about you? You know what's actually attractive? Freedom. Freedom is attractive. Having options is attractive. Being able to pay your bills without having a panic attack is attractive. Social media has convinced an entire generation that success should happen immediately. That's complete nonsense. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 10. You're 23. You think you're behind. Behind whom? The millionaire influencer? The athlete? The celebrity? You're comparing yourself to one person out of 8 billion. That's ridiculous. Stop racing against strangers. Race against the person you were yesterday. And while we're talking about comparisons, let me say something that might offend you. Nobody cares. Nobody is paying as much attention to your failures as you think. Nobody remembers that embarrassing thing you did 3 years ago. You're replaying it in your head. Everyone else has moved on. You're the only one still carrying it. Drop it. Move forward. Another thing. Your mental health matters. And no, that doesn't make you weak. Financial stress among young adults has become so serious that researchers found that high financial stress is associated with a 6-fold increase in psychological distress. 1 in 6 young adults experiences severe financial stress. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not broken. You're not weird. You're not failing. You're human. But don't stay there. Talk to someone. Exercise, build routines. Get sunlight. Eat better. Sleep. And for the love of everything, stop spending 8 hours a day on your phone. Your phone is both the greatest educational tool in history and the greatest distraction in history. You can learn marketing, programming, sales, writing, design, business, fitness, languages, literally anything. But what do most people do? Scroll, 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 and then wonder why they're depressed. Your attention is your greatest asset. Protect it. Let's talk about relationships. Because your 20s will teach you some painful lessons. Some people will leave. Some people will betray you. Some people will disappoint you. And you know what? Good. Because heartbreak teaches you what standards are. Rejection teaches you resilience. Disappointment teaches you maturity. Not every person is supposed to stay in your life forever. Some people are lessons disguised as relationships. And that's okay. Here's another truth. You don't have to have everything figured out by 25. That's one of the biggest lies ever created. Society gives you this imaginary timeline. Graduate by this age. Get a job by this age. Get married by this age. Buy a house by this age. Have children by this age. Says who? Who made these rules? Life isn't a race. It's not a video game with checkpoints. Some people succeed at 22. Some succeed at 42. Some change careers at 50. Stop following somebody else's timeline. Create your own. But don't use that as an excuse to become lazy. There's a difference between moving at your own pace and moving in circles. Be honest with yourself. Are you progressing, or are you just staying busy? Because those are two completely different things. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive. Answering emails all day isn't productivity. Watching motivational videos for 6 hours isn't productivity. Talking about success isn't productivity. Results are productivity. And here's the final truth. Your 20s will end faster than you think. One day you'll wake up and realize that the people you grew up with are getting married, having children, buying houses, building careers, and you'll wonder where the time went. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting for permission. Start now. Because your future isn't built in one giant moment. It's built in thousands of tiny decisions. One workout, one book, one skill, one application, one business idea, one conversation, one disciplined day repeated over and over again. And if you're sitting there thinking, I've already wasted so much time, good, that means you've learned something. You're still here. You're still breathing. You still have another chance. Your 20s aren't about proving yourself to the world. They're about discovering who you are. You're going to fail. You're going to get your heart broken. You're going to lose money. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to feel completely lost. And that's okay. Because one day you'll look back at this chaotic, messy, confusing decade and realize something. Those difficult years didn't destroy you. They built you. The struggle built you. The rejection built you. The loneliness built you. The failures built you. And one day, somebody younger will ask you for advice. And you'll smile. Because you'll finally understand. The hard truth about your 20s isn't that life is unfair. The hard truth is that nobody owes you anything. But here's the beautiful part. That means everything you build belongs to you. Every victory, every achievement, every success. So stop wasting your time. Stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting. Your 20s are not the decade to play it safe. They're the decade to become dangerous. Now get up. Your future is waiting. And it doesn't give a damn how you feel today.